Hey everyone, it's Nicole here for Spellbinders with some hot foiled Christmas greeting cards featuring the November Glimmer of the Month Club Kit. This features also some cute critters using the large Die of the Month Club Kit for November. And I just love the sentiments this month. They are so useful and able to be used in so many different ways. You get a ton of them. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you all the cards I've created this month that use that Glimmer of the Month Club Kit. So we are going to glimmer these sentiments. And I decided to glimmer some sentiments on Fun Stamper's Journey tin foil cardstock. These are really thin little strips, so I find it easiest to tape them in place temporarily with Post-it tape or low-tack tape to my cardstock and then kind of just slip a strip of foil underneath. You want to make sure that the dull side is the side that is next to the cardstock that's actually going to foil. And it looks a little bit messy, but when you pop these off, you are going to end up with amazing glimmered sentiments that are perfect for all of your holiday card making, tags, all of the good stuff. I ended up using red and green foil for my card here today. There's also these awesome banners, and I am going to go ahead and die cut my sentiments with these banners. And what's great is you are able to cut one side and then you can cut the other, basically making them any length that you want to make. I have done this in my previous videos as well, and you will see in my finished card samples at the end of this video that I've used both different banners throughout my projects for the month, just to, finish those off really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut all of the banners. Now I did do 3 banners here, and I ended up only using 2 of the 3 I created. I'm going to save that other one for another project. That's totally good. Sometimes I wasn't sure how many I was really going to need or which combination I wanted to use for my card. So I went ahead and did more than what I actually needed, which is always a good thing rather than having to need or having to go back and make more. These foiled beautifully. One little tip that I want to share with you is I was finding that I was having a little trouble with my foil. It wasn't pressing hard enough. You heat the Glimmer hot foil system up, you heat the dies, the Glimmer plates, the Glimmer plates with your cardstock and the hot foil and everything, and then you run it through your die cutting machine. Because I wasn't getting as good of an impression that I wanted, I actually slip a piece of regular cardstock, just a scrap piece of cardstock, in between the shim and the plate that go on top of the Glimmer hot foil system. So it's essentially just another little shim there, and it really helps make the impression much, much better. So now that I have my banners, I'm ready to put my card together. I did much of this off camera to save some time. This is an awesome plaid background embossing folder from Fun Stamper's Journey. I love it. I think it's great for all kinds of occasions and seasons, but I love it, love it, love it for holiday. And I think it just really adds a little something to the background of the card. We're going to be filling the whole bottom part of the card with die cuts, but I really felt like I needed something to just help break up that background and give it some interest, and an embossing folder is a great way to do that. Then I'm going to assemble my Santa and some reindeer. These are all part of the large die of the month for November. I will be linking to that video where I show how to use these at the end of this one. I didn't really want to go over that whole thing again because you can catch that video and see most of the assembly of all of this, but just quickly putting these together. The other thing, I'm not putting them together all the way. So if you want to see all of the pieces, parts and pieces that go into making these reindeer, Santa, elves, all of the cute things, you will want to see that video. This video, I am just kind of tucking them all along the bottom edge, and a lot of it is going to be trimmed off. I just ended up choosing to use No Peeking and then From All of Us, the two glimmered sentiments up along the top of the card. And I knew I wanted to use From All of Us the entire time because I wanted to have this group of fun critters and Santa. The reindeers there and Santa. And so I think that that works really well. All of my cardstock, minus the light pink I'm using, is Fun Stamper's Journey. The light pink is Hero Hues Peony Pink. It is my favorite light pink cardstock. At least my favorite that I have on hand at home. And then all of these great colors of Fun Stamper's Journey cardstock. So I am not actually adding anything to the bottom edge of Santa or the reindeer. And that is because it would get trimmed off anyway. I'm going to pop up my banners with foam adhesive. I went ahead and put some foam adhesive on the back of these now. And then I can glue those down after I kind of make sure that I have all of my images right where I want them to go. And I'm seeing if there's anything I'm forgetting before I start assembling. Now, something I did forget, I forgot to put the arms on this reindeer. And I am going to have to go back and do that because it's real obvious. And I decided to leave that in because I think it's kind of important. We're just tucking the additional reindeer then and Santa next to the middle guy. And then I will go back and add in those arms because otherwise it looks like he is a armless or legless deer. I've got them mainly where I need them to go, and I'm just going to trim off the excess. And mostly that's just the body pieces. And then, you know, part of the sides of Santa and the reindeer. I like to use a long pair of scissors to do that. This also is a great opportunity now to go ahead and pop my sentiments in place and to see what I might be missing. For example, the reindeer's legs, as I mentioned, and Santa looks a little unfinished. So I definitely need to add in his belt and belt buckle because that part of the image will be seen. I'm going to take a white pen and add detail to the eyes. And then we can do some other finishing detail in just a bit. And that's going to be some crystal lacquer for the noses on my reindeers. So I did one black or a very dark brown nose and then one red nose. And the crystal lacquer needs a little time to dry. And then we've got some white Blizzard Nouveau crystal drops that we're going to put on the cheeks. And then add in some detail on each of the deer's heads, some little spots, kind of just rounds it out. We'll also be adding some little white pin detail to parts of the die cuts, just here and there to give it a nice finished look. Once the crystal lacquer has dried on the noses, I will go back and take my white pen and add a little highlight to those areas, but we're not going to do that quite yet. So I've added my belt for Santa. We'll just add a little more white pen detail to his beard. Trim off anything now that's still hanging off of the edge since we've added a couple little things. And then I'm going to add a little red heart accent to the chest of the middle reindeer Adds a great little pop of color plus some nice dimensional embellishment. And then I want to take some Nouveau Crystal drops in red and white and just add droplets all over the top of the card. I felt like I needed a little something else, something really quick and easy. So we'll add drops of this. You could also do enamel dots or jewels, sequins, confetti. There's lots of different options here for just adding a fun little scattering. Anytime you use Nouveau Crystal drops, you want to make sure that you give it plenty of dry time so that they dry completely before trying to put them in the mail. I used red and white to really kind of play on the holiday colors of the rest of the card design. Once we have these, we are going to glue this entire panel to a white top fold card base. And this card will be all finished. So just another quick and easy way to add glimmered sentiments to any card, any type of holiday card that you have there. So very useful, very fun glimmered greetings. Now, once I have this on my card base, I'm just going to take you through and show you lots of the glimmered greetings from this November Glimmer of the Month Club Kit. I did not even use all of them that you get in the kit, but I did use quite a few. So this has got no peeking and from all of us. And here's that white pin on top of the dry crystal lacquer too. I just wanted to show how easy that goes on. And then I want to show how I've used some of the other glimmered greetings for other cards. So in addition to this one, we've got Merry Christmas and Warm Holiday Greetings, Sending Mistletoe Kisses, You Made the Nice List, and Making Spirits Bright. Lots and lots of fun ways to use these. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video featuring the Spellbinders November 2019 Glimmer of the Month Kit. The supplies I used to create my card are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Spellbinders Club Kits that you might be interested in. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.